finally done it. The Elite Championship is his. The viewers, the wrestlers in the back, the higher power, everyone is gonna see it. And we're gonna see what you're really made of. What makes you think that?
Well, because I will be a good wrestler. I will be the champion. I will be.
To the corner. And they're not running Tombstone. What do these guys have in mind now? Wait, it looks like a coup de grace is gonna be hit. Coup de grace! 2 coup de graces! Good measure. 1, 2, 3. Strikeforce has won this match. You don't know how to wrestle. You can't wrestle. You can't do anything better than me. Especially in that ring. It is going to be me. EW.
I am still up for the challenge. I will not back down. I will do this, whether you want me to or not.
Hello, ETW Universe. Welcome to All Elite. Here tonight we'll be watching Ruby versus Striker for the Elite Championship. As you all know, we said we have a new design for the backyard, and now we have an entrance ramp, as well as another walkway towards the secondary trampoline. And here comes the king, the Elite Champion Striker. As you all know this, or if you guys have been watching, you would know that these two have first faced off at Return. And now these two are going at it once again in one-on-one action for that championship around Striker's waist. Here he is. He looks fired up here tonight, marching his way down to the ring. Putting that title right up to the sky proudly. Being a proud champion he is, winning that title at Elite Mania. If you really watch, Striker hasn't had a successful defense, you can call it. Because his first title defense ended in a no DQ, but Striker still retained it. Striker here is looking to make sure that he properly retains that championship here tonight. The bell begins. Brother and sister lock up. Oh, looks like both have the power gain tonight. Another lock up between the two of them, trying to get for power. No, another stalemate. One more time. No, these two both couldn't do it. And now these two going at it with shots to the head. Looks like both people are knocked a bit. A clothesline throwing Ruby back. Striker now stomping down. Making sure she can't go nowhere. Getting Ruby up. Ruby with a knee. And a roundhouse to the chest of Striker. Striker's up as well. And a right hand knocks Ruby down.
Did you learn last time when I gave you a beating?
Striker, reminding her of what happened last time, but Ruby doesn't care and does the headbutt. Looks like Ruby's gonna go in for a splash. She hit the splash. Another kick to the midsection. And now Striker, a roundhouse to the side. A roundhouse back. What a beautiful roundhouse Striker just did. And a bicycle kick to the face of Ruby. Striker always changing his game up per match to make it difficult for his opponent to know what he's doing. Twist in the arm. What's Striker doing? What's Striker thinking of doing? Looks like he's turned that arm around, looking to take control. Nice ring awareness, but no. Ruby. And then another splash. Wait, what Striker reversed it? And then, oh my. Striker looks like he looks like he tweaked his knee. Looked like he drove Ruby onto his leg. But that does not look like Striker's intentions. It looks like he hurt himself there. Now Striker tying his shoelaces up very quickly here, making sure that Ruby doesn't get up in time. Striker's definitely hurt his leg there. And a boot. What's Striker thinking of? Belly to back suplex connected. Striker now getting Ruby up. And Ruby with another kick to the midsection. Or it looks like the leg, my apologies. Pushing Striker down. A kick to Striker. Striker's leg does not look good here. That could play a major effect in Striker doing that running tombstone. That could be a major thing for Ruby. Because that is what ended her last time these two faced off. A knee to Ruby or a kick. Getting Ruby up and throwing her into a right hand or a left hand, my apologies. Now stomp Ruby. Stomping down on the head of Ruby. Striker now looks like he's stalking Ruby, looking for a weak point, looking for a point. And driving that knee to the back of Ruby. Striker waited for that. Striker now taking Ruby to the outside. Twisting that arm. But Ruby pushing him into the chair with a punch. And now a kick to Striker. Striker does not look good here in Ruby. And a roundhouse to Striker's chest. If you all do not know, with our Instagram page, when we did a poll for who would win this match, most of the favors were going to Striker, which means Ruby's going to be the underdog for the match. But people still believe Ruby could win this. Striker trying to get adrenaline back into him, but Ruby not letting that happen. As you all know, once Striker goes off... Oh, what a kick! What a kick from out of nowhere. But as I was saying, as you all know, once Striker gets going, he gets going. He does not stop. Looks like that leg might come into factor with this tope con hilo. But Striker doesn't care. He's gonna go for it. Tope con hilo. Almost lands on the camera person. Getting Ruby up. Chop to the chest. Chop to the upper chest of Ruby. And Ruby with a knee to the midsection. And now, what's Ruby looking for? And a clothesline, knocking him down, or a throw. That looked like a clothesline right there. Ruby looks to be... Well, this match has honestly been pretty even between the two of them. Another chop to Ruby by looks of things. Another chop was Kit or something. What's Striker looking for here? Aiming for a shot. No, and a headbutt. He looked like he was going to go for a shot with his fist, but it appears not. Using that head to control him. And a knee clothesline for combination between that motion. Twisting that arm again. He's targeting that arm very well. What's Striker looking for here? Wait. Old school! Striker went old school. Paying tribute to The Undertaker by the looks of things there. And now Ruby on the ground, but in Striker timing his shots. Timing his shots very patiently. And a running senton landing on her. Striker now getting up, lifting Ruby up here. What does Striker have in mind? But no, Ruby doesn't let that happen. And looks like he tackled her. She tackled him. And now Striker's in the middle of the trampoline. Striker's trying to get a glimpse and a kick, knocking Striker down. It looked like that hurt Striker badly. Pushing Striker into the corner viciously. Ruby gonna be looking for another slash. I mean another splash, but no, super kick from Striker. The splash reversed into a super kick. The counter, no. My apologies. We're making so many mistakes in this. It's just been fast-paced right now. The splash reversed into a super kick and going for the cover. An elbow to Striker's chest. Now looking, and a shot to Striker's midsection. What's Ruby looking for? Another kick to the midsection. Ruby looking for a pedigree here. Could it end it here? Pedigree. Striker, no. And a left hand to Ruby, knocking her down. Getting Ruby up. What's Striker looking for? Throwing Ruby to the outside. What's Striker looking for? A toe pick on Hilo? No. Double axe handle, but no. Ruby kicked him and need him. Wait, no. She's not going to go for this, is she? Pedigree to the outside. Onto the ground. The pedigree onto the ground. Striker. That could be fatal. That could be what changes this whole match around for Ruby. Striker really doesn't look good here. He barely looks conscious right now. Another kick to the midsection. What's looking here? As we see, what's Ruby doing? Looks like Ruby's moving Striker to the other trampoline. Striker crawling his way to the other trampoline. Ruby boots him into the trampoline. Now Ruby going onto that trampoline now. What's Ruby gonna be looking for? Another stomp. Walking around. Striker, make sure his back isn't towards her. That's a pretty smart move. What's Ruby looking for now? Pulling his hair, pushing him to the ground a bit. But now looking for another pedigree. But Striker, looks like Striker powered out. Lifting her up a Uranagi. Vicious. Now Striker looking for a choke slam here. Striker waiting very patiently. Now he's in position. He's ready for it. And a smack knocking her down. Looked like a choke slam, but also smacked Ruby very hard. A chop to the chest. And now going for the choke slam. Will he get it? Yes, he does. The choke slam. Going for the cover. No. Looks like that could have. No. The cover. Striker couldn't get him. He lost his balance and fell to the side. Looks like Striker's leg possibly could have given out just then. Striker now back and forth by looks of things a bit now. What's Striker looking for? Shot as another slap to the chest. A kick to the side of Striker on his hip and pushing him to the outside. Striker's leg could be very badly hurt right now. Striker now hopping back into the ring. There's the leg giving out once again. Striker's leg giving out. Ruby taking the opportunity. Kicks him in the chest. What's Ruby looking? Ruby trying to get some breather and trying to get some breathing time to recover. Knocking Striker down again just then. But now recovering once again. Stomp to Striker's ankle. Now, Ruby getting some more recovery time in. Picking her shots very wisely in a splash. Did like a frog splash type of move. Warrior splash. Ruby now getting Striker up. What's Ruby thinking of? And now... What? Ooh, that's an interesting move. That looked like a choke slam Uranagi type of move. Anyways,
get up.
Striker looks like he's trying to get up and Ruby lifting him up. In a roundhouse to Striker's chest. And a spinning back elbow to Ruby. The spinning back elbow. What's Striker looking for? Getting her arm, going technical here. Honestly, this is one of Striker's more technical sides we're seeing. It's been very technical throughout this match. We haven't seen much of it. We've seen more of a brawler type of stance for Striker. And oh my goodness, Striker! Where did he come from? Striker had to have launched himself off the trampoline onto her. What flight Striker got just then. He went flying onto Ruby. That looks like that knocked the wind out of him though. That knocked a lot out of him. Striker might have gotten the worst out of that, but Ruby looked to be hurt as well. Striker now. But Striker gets hit into the frame from Ruby. Ruby getting up onto that chair, onto the trampoline. Throwing him back. And a stomp to Striker's midsection. Getting Striker up now. Striker struggling. And a knee to Striker's side. Striker really doesn't look good here. Striker doesn't even look like he can fight right now. Pushing her. Striker getting pushed into the corner. What's this? Another splash! And the super kick by Striker! Super kick out of nowhere! My goodness, the splash into the super kick. That came out of nowhere. That had to have been based off instinct. Now both people getting up. Brother and sister getting up. Right hand from Ruby. Right hand from Striker. Striker looks like he has the harder hands now. Pushing Striker. Striker doing the same as to Ruby. Hit Striker. Striker retaliates back. Another shot. Another shot. These two are going at it now. Where's the energy coming from these two? Ruby looks knocked at a knee. Striker's leg looked like that hurt. Now getting Ruby up. Waiting for Ruby to get up. Going for the bicycle knee strike to the head. Drops Ruby. What's Striker looking for? Pedigree? Striker's looking for a pedigree. No, Ruby breaks out of it into a shot to Striker. What are these two looking for now? These two do look very tired. A knee to the head. Kick to Striker, knocking him down once again. And a stomp to Striker. Like an axe kick. Another stomp to Striker's chest or midsection. Pushing Striker. Lifting Striker up. These two standing. And Striker reversed it. Ruby doesn't know where he is. Double clothesline by the two of them. These two have the same things in mind. This has been a pretty good bout between the two of them. Ruby's up before Striker, but Striker tries to kip up. But his leg gives in. But these two are both up. Doing for another stalemate and a shot. Another shot. Striker with the hits. Looks like he's doing the picture frame and another shot. It looks like he was lining up those shots right there. Shot to the midsection. An elbow. Another shot. Look like he's getting those, lifting Ruby's arm up and elbowing her ribs. That's very smart from Striker. What's Striker looking for? Going technical once again. Now going in for a suplex. Going for the cover. Kick out by Ruby.
Oh, come on.
Striker looks like that could have possibly put her out of the match. Getting Ruby up. Ruby with a knee though. Driving her knees into Striker's midsection. What's Ruby looking for? Looks like she's got to be looking for a suplex. Striker is not letting that happen. Again, no, Striker's not letting it happen. Striker's trying to fight out of it. Ruby with a knee. Another knee. Could this be enough to get Striker onto the ground with a suplex? Yo, my! Ruby hits the suplex on Striker. I believe she did that last time when these two first, versed each other in a one-on-one. Cover. No, Striker kicks out. This match has been a pretty physical one for a championship opportunity for Ruby. And don't forget that as this is a fun fact, this is the first time the Elite Championship is on the line on All Elite. Will we have a new champion? Or will we have Striker dominate the scene still? Striker's up now. And Ruby turned her back to Striker for just a second. And looks like a super kick. No, reversed it. And Striker hits her back into a backbreaker. That's a nasty backbreaker. For the cover, no. That was a very nasty backbreaker Striker did to her. Getting Ruby up now. Super kick again. No, Ruby reversed it. Kick to the midsection. She's gone for a pedigree. Will she hit it? Yes, she does. She hit the pedigree. Will Ruby go for the cover? Can Ruby do it? Cover. The cover. No! Striker somehow, some way kicks out. My God. After Striker's been through already with a pedigree on the ground. Everything Striker's been through, he's still in this. He just refuses to give up. Ruby stomping him down, knocking him to the outside. Striker retreating. What's Ruby looking for? An elbow to the back of Striker, dropping him. Another kick to the midsection. A kick to the ribs. Another shot to the ribs. Striker's Ruby is targeting a weak point of Striker. I believe it was that side when Striker's ribs were hurt by roadkill. Ruby getting up now. Pushing Striker onto those bricks. Pulling Ruby pulling Striker to the ground. Dragging Striker across the ring. Striker's struggling to get up. Trying to use Ruby as leverage to get up. And Ruby does not allow that and pushing him into the corner. Ruby with a splash. When a Striker of quarter. Crossroads. A different version of the Crossroads. The cover. He gets it. He retains. What a variation of the Crossroads. Striker has retained once again, defeating his sister.